Okay, what I'm going to do, since there's people in the bushes that's probably listening, and for those in the replay, I'm going to start it off, and there'll probably be some silence until I get to start off. And I might mention it again as people come in. But I wanted to just talk about, now we can talk about other subjects, but I just want to talk about, the times we're in right now. What are you doing to get your emotional support from? Who gives you that support? What gives you that support? For me, there's a few things where I get my support from. Of course, we talk and we band together as family. If you have siblings, children, a spouse, we try to get that support from other people. But what about people after you get that support from family and they are maybe back to work? and the things that they have to do, take care of their work, take care of their home, you might not get that when needed. They may not be able to give you when you need it. So one of my supports, believe it or not, is my fur babies. I have three dogs. The oldest one is Kwame, and he is mixture of a poodle and Shih Tzu. My middle dog is a mixture of a long hair Chihuahua and Yorkie. And my youngest dog is a Yorkie. And so they have their different personalities. And so, but all three of them love attention. They love to be cuddled. They're very good dogs as far as emotional support. And that's why, some people go places and they have a license, I think that a certificate or whatever, they're their emotional support dog. And you can take that dog in a lot of places, and learning more about emotional support animals, um, you 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 can get a tag, and I think even sometimes you can get one of those little body suits or sweaters or whatever showing that they're emotional support. And even if you go into places where no one has the right to come up to you, if you go to the store and ask you, well, what do you have a support animal? Now, some places like hotels, they will take support animals if it's a physical part, but some hotels, and mainly some hotels that's the casino resort areas, they don't um, they don't have that where you can bring your emotional support dog. Now, I'm checking into it because I would like to travel with my dogs. Now, I know you can travel on the train with your dogs, and three would be too much. But two of the dogs I'm okay with leaving. I don't put my dogs in a kennel. I have relatives that watch my dogs, but I think sometimes three might be a little overwhelming to have three dogs. If you're watching somebody's dog, unless someone comes to your house and do it, which a lot of times that can be arranged for me. But the times that uh, I can't get the person to, and it's a family member, I can't get the person to stay in my house, and I have another family member that will keep my dogs. And not to overwhelm that person, I would like to take my little one with me. He has he has birth defects. He has medical needs. So I want to make sure he's fed a certain way, he's treated a certain way. Um, and that could be overwhelming because even as far as feeding him, I have to break the meals up in 3 days. So I guess I'm his emotional, I know I'm his support system. So he has medical needs. Also, um, you can tell if you watch his one hind leg is kind of bent a little bit, so he looked like he's bow-legged. I don't think he's in pain of it because he'll let you know. He'll whimper if he's in pain. He'll moan if he's in pain. So I don't think that causes him pain. Although he's a pedigree, I can't breed him because of that. He can't uh, 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 be a stud for litter purposes. I can't do that. And I knew this when I after I bought him, and taking care of certain things, because they sold me a sick dog. But after having him for a couple of days, it was no way I would take him back, because they probably would have put him to sleep if they couldn't make money off of him, or or if they didn't, they would wait for somebody to adopt him. But I didn't want to take that chance. So my dogs is one of my emotional support um, tools. I should say tools. They're not a thing. They are a living creature, but they are part of my emotional support. Now, believe it or not, it makes me feel good, and I have to watch it. It makes me feel good to buy something, and it could be for anyone. It could be not anyone, but for other people like my kids or whatever. If I see a pair of shoes, if I see something that my grandbabies like, I will get that for them, and that makes me feel good. It's emotionally satisfying that I'm getting something that they like, and it's a part of retail therapy for doing others. Although it's for somebody else, it makes me feel good. Now, I'm not going to leave myself out. It makes me feel good also if I buy something for myself. Now, today I just received box. So I won't do an unboxing. I've done it before, but I will use this channel and my other channel, Eat with Marilyn Gale. I use that to either to showcase home chef as far as how to meals. Hey Deborah, how you doing? Welcome to the live. I was just talking about, and I was doing this mostly for replay purposes because no one was in the house, but I have people who replay. But I was just going over in these times, what do people use for emotional support? And I was just talking about my dog to be in my emotional support, and and also buying things, getting things, retail therapy for other people. Buying something for other people make me feel good, and actually buying for myself feel good. And like I was saying, I get home chef meals, and a lot of times I'll put it on this channel and my other channel, and that will um, that gives me satisfaction. So, what have you been up to? I just want to finish my thought before start talking to you. What have you been up to, Deborah? Thank you for joining me again. I'll probably hour, and usually when I say that, I end up going longer. Um, but getting back to emotional support, uh, being single, being an empty nester, you know, because your spouse, your siblings, and other people can be supportive emotionally. Hey, General, how are you doing? Thank you for joining in today. Thank you so much. Last thing, Deborah, and it applies to you. Um, besides your family, uh, in these times that people are quarantined and they need maybe some additional support to get through these times, even just someone to talk to. What things are you using besides your family, unless it's something particular you want to say about your family? And of course, that's good. Besides my family, besides my fur babies, another thing that helps me with emotional support is being on YouTube, people who are very supportive to your channel. When you go to their channel, just good conversation can be emotional support. After you finish doing whatever you're doing, or I'm doing with my fur babies, get them out of the way, attend family, buying stuff for my family, myself. Um, having uh, having a platform to go on and just talk about it, and just talk about other topics and subjects. Just talking about it helps emotionally. I don't really get lonesome because I know how to I know I recognize that when it tries to creep up, and then I do something that will take me out of that. Um, I can always come on live. I can always create a video. I can always talk to my children, play with my dogs. So I really don't get lonesome because I know what to do to get out, like I said. Oh, Deborah, you've been planting flowers? See, every time someone mentions something about planting and gardens, I remember because I forget sometimes I'm attending to other things that I wanted to go out and get me some already started tomatoes and herbs and stuff like that because I wanted to do an inside garden. And so keeping busy, tending can also be a way of feeling better emotionally, just keeping busy doing something. What kind of flowers, Deborah, are you planting? Um, because I know who was that? I was looking at somebody's channel and they had picked some what was those? Daisies were they? And they were other colors. I think it was a daisy. They were other colors besides the yellow, but they were so beautiful. They were so beautiful. So I said, I need to when I remember, I should just get my clothes on, because I'm still in my pajamas. Get my clothes on and go to the store and get those. I have to go out tomorrow, so I try to, put things together so I won't have to go out for one thing. But I have to go out tomorrow to pick up something. So on the way back, maybe I'll stop at one of the hardware stores and get everything that I need and to do that garden because I was going to do some mint. So I love mint and water, and I was going to do some tomatoes and try to think of. I was going to start small and just something else that would be good um, for my inside garden, and then plus I have to get some lighting for that area. And the one thing the one thing that I wanted to make sure that I got was the tomatoes because the pollination, I heard all you do is have to shake those. So for pollination, and then I have to, see what else that's real easy like that. I know tomatoes are really easy, but I don't want to draw. We have possums in the area, and because of all the fruit trees that's around in my area, and I cut mine down because the trees be drawing rodents, and hey, I don't want nothing to do with that. So I wanted to make sure that I could do whatever I'm gonna do that it'll grow inside. And different channels that there's so many things that you can grow on the inside. So I got to get all my setup together. But thanks for reminding me. That made me think about it when you mentioned the flowers. So what did you guys do over the weekend? Because I haven't spoken to anybody. Sunday I didn't go on. Uh, but oh, let me tell you this also, guys, before I forget. Mexican Heather. Oh, I'm gonna have to Google that because I'm not. I probably seen it. Huh? Mexican Heather. I'm gonna write that down. I see. I don't try to remember things anymore. Okay, Mexican Heather. Hmm. It sounds like it would be pretty. So hmm, maybe I can just put some of that in my yard. I don't think that would draw anything, any kind of rodent or anything. Says, I love bird watching, and when the sky is clear at night, I love watching the International Space Station go past. What? Oh my gosh. That that is, you know what? I can see that as being so soothing. Um, I missed it. It was supposed to be a lunar eclipse. Did I miss it, guys? Because I thought it was either yesterday or on the 4th, but I didn't even think about it. But you know what? When I used to go fishing and, had to drive an hour or two, sometimes longer, to get to whatever spot. And I love the spots where they're away from the city lights because that way you can see, so much. I think the city lights just block out a lot of the things that we could see. But that I've always been interested in stargazing and things when there's an article because it's articles that I love to read and they were talking about the I still don't understand how the black hole works. I know it sucks in things. I mean, but that is still such a mystery to me, the black hole. But also bird watching. Um, I can see. Let me plug up my battery pack. I can see the bird watching. Hold on, guys. I can see how that would soothing, interesting at the same time. Now the people next door, they put. I didn't want to watch that. I didn't want to watch them birds because it got on my nerve because they put the bird feeder close right on the border of my property line. So all them birds was coming by, you know, doing the doing mess. It was messy. They were messing up my car. So I didn't get to enjoy that general. Hey, Bay, how you doing? Good to have you here. Thanks for coming by. Topic of things that even after what's going on, things that you do to support your emotional health. Um, and we need that now. We need it, period. But because of the times, um, we use family members for that. I had mentioned my fur babies, retail therapy, whether it's for someone else I'm buying for myself. Some people in here were talking about gardening and planting flowers and bird watching and stargazing. Oh my gosh. And I hadn't thought of that in a long time, but that is so soothing. So soothing. Um, so that was really, we can get into other topics, of course, but I wanted to start with that topic, things that keep us healthy emotionally. I just can't imagine not having my dogs, and they're a lot of work. They're a lot of work, but they're very. Sometimes they're just so needy, but they're always there because they just love attention. They love to be petted. They love to be combed and brushed. And and I've been trying to groom them myself, and so I don't know. I don't know. I got to keep working on it. Maybe I don't want to cut them too short, but each day I'll see a little part that I need to trim, but that's not easy, grooming dogs. Hey, Mudmore, how you doing? What's going on? How did everybody enjoy their weekend? Um, I hope, it was productive. I hope it was enjoyable. And I hope it was relaxing at the end of the day. Journal says my boyfriend introduced me to watching the Space Station. He invested in a good telescope, very therapeutic. Oh, I can imagine very therapeutic. I messed that up. Oh, good, Mudmore. I'm just gonna call you More. Good, good. Thank you for coming. Yes, that oh my goodness, you're gonna make me want to get a telescope, a good one. You know, you're gonna make me want to do that because I can just see me doing that. Oh my gosh, thank you for mentioning that. I'm just gonna see, you know, I'm just gonna because I love doing that. The Griffin Park, um, what do you call it? Oh gosh, observatory. I don't even think they're open now, but even if they were, that's a little bit far from me. So I think I would rather invest in a good telescope myself. I I I think that would, you know, I think that would be so soothing, like you say, therapeutic. Bay says knowledge of history and eating and exercising along with my Black Panther is great support. Wait, your Black Panther, you gonna have to explain that, Bay. Are you talking about the organization, or are you talking about an animal you named Black Panther? Because I know you don't have no actual Black Panther. School me on that, babe. School me on that. So everybody's speaking to everyone. Great, 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 great. I like when Bay come in. He is just such a gentleman. He's such a gentleman. I don't know what it is about that word, but it's just a feel good word. He talking to Deborah, and he says, Deborah Mosley, good evening, beloved. I love that word, beloved. It's something about that word. Oh, can you guys, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, your cat. Okay. Regular cat. Regular house cat, babe. Okay. Let's see. I was going to be worried about you. That Black Panther will kind of remember his instincts and look at you like you food or prey or whatever. So okay, it's a cat. All right, all right. And like I was saying to the others, my fur babies, getting back to that, are part of my emotional support. And so I can see your cat being that because animals play such a great and you can't discount that they have feelings, and they go through a lot of things, and you just have to watch a lot of times because they don't have language. Well, they do in their yeah, because when my one of my dogs whine and certain sounds he make, I kind of know what's up with him. So you do kind of have to and the sounds that they make, but they don't have English, so you really, of course, so or any kind of other language uh, uh, that humans use. So we really have to watch and take care of them, make sure they're all right. They'll let you know. You have to watch if they're eating okay. You got to watch. I noticed when my dogs, one in particular, wasn't drinking water. You just have to pay attention to certain things to see if they're okay. Journal said the International Space Station rotates the Earth constantly 24/7. So I can get that. Oh, General, see there? You, I'm gonna be looking. I'm gonna be looking and pricing telescopes because that is such a neat hobby. Um, that would be. I can see that. I can see me getting one of those. I really can. I really can. Bay says, "Thank you, always respectable, pretty lady, and she's a great pet." Oh, you're welcome, and thank you for that. She's a great pet. Yeah, I was watching a show where this guy and his mom, at one point they had 15 cats, and I think they may have adopted out majority of them, but I think they were down to three, and then his fiance and well, he had gotten married, and it lasted for a very short time. But while they were together, they went and got two cats together, real beautiful black cat, and they got it. So when she left, they got a divorce. He was so he didn't express any sorrow in getting a divorce. He expressed joy about keeping those cats. So that was funny. But yeah, people and their animals, yeah, good support, good emotional support. General says, I do not have any pets at the moment, but it's wonderful to see them out and about. Yeah, now there's not a breed of dog or cat that I don't like. Whether I would have it, no, I don't like big dogs. Um, and I like smaller animals. And because my little dogs, I've had to train a certain way and let them know who's the leader. You know what I mean? Um, with a big dog, like my little one will growl at me, and I understand what that growl means. Um, and sometimes he has other growls to try to bully me into submission, and I know how to get him back, like, who's the boss up in here, me. But see, if I had a big dog and he got aggressive, see, I don't think I can handle him. See, I'd almost have to hurt him. Or get, or to the point he might hurt me. um so I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I. But yeah, it's a lot of YouTube channels that people just feature their animals. They just feature, you know, it's strange though. And I can't remember the country that this one guy has. I don't know what type of monkey it is, but he dresses them up, and a married couple, and he's tried to breed them, but I think the female monkey lost a baby, or I don't know what was still. I'm not sure what circumstances, but he dresses them up in clothes. He's got the male with a shirt and a tie and pants. He don't put shoes on them, but he got the female, the wife. He have dresses. Sometimes they all dress alike. He has like a little motorcycle type moped. He puts the male one mostly, and the monkey seems to like it. Um, I can't remember what it is, but every now and then I'll go to his channel and watch what's going on. He take them to restaurants, that have patios, and he buy for them their own plate. And one thing that I really don't like is certain foods I don't think they should have that might mess up their little system. Uh, and sometimes too much sweets or sugar or whatever. But he fixed food and set them in he set them in their chair, their high chair or whatever, and fixed them a plate, and they eat together, and they to the point that they don't be scrambling and trying to put all the food in their mouth. They have been trained and they understand that this man feeds me. I'm gonna get some more food. So in their little minds, they understand that. So they sit up there and eat like I mean, I look at them and I think of some other people I might know, and I ain't calling no names, but they look kids like heathens. I shouldn't say that, huh? But they have more better table manners than some kids, some adults too. But they sit and they pick out what they want and eat it, and then he give them some water or some juice or whatever, and he puts a straw in there and they suck it up. They suck up the liquid. They know how to suck out a straw. He got them trained. I mean, and so he's got cats too, I think. But he got them trained. I don't know how long they live, but I know if something ever happened to those two, and they're not chimpanzees, but they're a bigger breed. I don't know. It's so many breeds, but I know something he would mourn because that's his family. I can see him getting the emotional support. Now I know he has a son, but he don't. I think he may have filmed his son a few times. General says big dogs can be more tricky, but the little ones are more manageable when exactly, exactly. Cause see, a big dog would probably have me trained. You know, he would probably, I said I want some more food. Guess what? He getting some more food. Saying unless he paying rent or utilities or something, no, no. Ain't nobody leaving nothing up in here but me. I know, General. Some people have snakes as pets. Yes, they do. Um, and that reminds me of the story. It was a true story. Can't remember where I saw it, but this person had to take their snake to the veterinarian because he wasn't eating. So I guess he went over all the deal, what's happening in the house, whatever. Um, he went over everything. Came to the place where he was asked, where did the snake sleep? And the snake, he said the snake, he had the snake in the bed with him. I don't know whether it was the vet. I think it was that told him the reason why he's not eating. He's summoning you. Summoning you up. Said the wrong word. He's summoning you up because he getting ready to eat you. I think he know you pretty big, and I'm just paraphrasing. So he's not eating because you're gonna be a mouthful. And see, I've heard people with exotic animals and snakes and this and that eating up, eating their owner. See, and I'm scared of snakes, so you guys don't ever have to worry about. See these little dogs here. If they try to eat me, oh shoot, I wear their little butt out. They don't get whipped. They don't get spanked, but they would. but they would if they act like they want to eat me. Plus, I'm too big; they'd have to chew on me for a long time. By that time, my kids were, "Where's mom? let me check on her. I haven't heard her in a couple of heard from her in a couple of days." My cat eats just about better than me. I can believe that, babe. I can believe that. And before I cook dinner, because I feed my two oldest dog once a day, but my little one I have to feed him 3 times a day in portions, because of his birth defect. Um, but when I get off of this line, it'll be ready for my little one to eat his last meal, and then the other two I give snacks. They I feed um, and I think and I do that because they'll whine or bark if they're hungry, but I want to make sure that they're set. Cause see, I can go in and fix me something to eat um anytime, but they can't. They can't. Ooh, wouldn't that be something? If you had a pet that can go in that refrigerator, at least make you some eggs, fry you up some bacon and some grits. Wouldn't that be something? I know at one point people were getting monkeys to be their service animal and they could go in the refrigerator and give them water and whatever, whatever, whatever. But I'm talking about, wouldn't it be something? I'm being silly now. Marilyn, you made me giggle when you said the monkey had my table manners as some human. But am I lying? You see, I don't care if you've been out and about, people had their kids, it don't have to be anything you know. But you see how some kids do, even in the grocery store, they running all around, like, I don't want to say too much because I love kids too. So I don't want to put the kids down. The big dog have you trained. I'll be sitting up and begging, rolling over and stuff. Yep, I can't have no big dog, General. I can't do it. I can't do it. Yes, Marilyn, I've also heard that as well about when a snake is not eating and you sleep in there prepared to eat a human. Okay. And think if you have like one of them big, I can't see nobody with an anaconda, but some people have had, what's them snakes that squeeze you? They don't bite you, but they squeeze you dead and then they swallow you. Uh, is that a python? I think that's a python. Yeah. See, I wouldn't even get one of those little snakes. I wouldn't even get one of those. So when you start talking about python and stuff like that, I'm gonna tell you something. When I went and the last tour, I don't know what it was gonna be about, but the last tour when I went overseas was different types of snakes. I canceled it. I don't need, and I'll stay at the hotel. I don't need to, I don't need to go out, and it probably would have been interesting. I probably would have seen the black mamba, uh, uh, cobra. I probably could have taken some good footage of that, but oh, my heart wasn't in it. But now, if I would have had a YouTube channel, I probably would have done it, and that probably would have got some good views. But no, YouTube wasn't what's up back in the day when I went. A Rottweiler is the only pet I could deal with, but a snake, hell no, it's crazy. I mean, a Rottweiler. I've known people, but see, I couldn't do that. Like many of you know, I've had second jobs, and I worked for a electric company, and so part of the training, uh, you would have to go with the person who the meter reader, That was part of the training. And this was years back. Anyway, we went into this yard and here coming this big old Rottweiler coming at. And so the guy who was training me, I wasn't gonna do what he did, but that was part of the training to go with him. He told me, "Don't run, don't run." I looked at him. I had it up, like we used to say today. I had it up. I climbed that fence quicker than I ever climbed anything in my life, and so he didn't have no choice. He at least he thought he didn't. He started running with me. I said, "The lies you tell talking about don't run. You know how they tell you don't run, don't run." Hmm, that right while it wasn't. Yes. He got to be good for something. He got to make me some breakfast. He don't have to know how to, grill, barbecue or nothing. Just make me breakfast. It's something simple. Oh, I know, because that movie, with Ice and J-Lo. Remember that movie, Anaconda? Man, I forced myself. I knew, of course, I knew what it was gonna be about. But I forced myself to watch that movie because I was jumping all over the place. And if any of you guys seen that movie, towards the end, when the anaconda ate this one man, and it was a little later, and then the anaconda was chasing after somebody. It might have been J Lo, and the snake got a kind of threw up the man partially. You can see if the snake's mouth was open, you saw the man's face, and the man winked at everyone. So I don't know whether I don't know. To me, it turned into a comedy, but no, it was hard to watch that movie without jumping out of your skin. Yeah, I don't like snakes, Deborah. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like them behind the glass. You can't. Now, let me tell you one thing that happened to me really quickly. I was on. Uh, I was at one place that we stayed in little huts. Each family that went had little huts at this one place. Like after we had went on safari, took our pictures, everything. So we were gonna come back and spend the night at this one place. And so we went to the bar. This was years ago. We went to the bar and they had a mongoose in the bar. And I know what mongoose are good for. And he had run to the bar or whatever. So I asked the guy, the bartender. That was when I used to drink. Don't worry, y'all. I don't do that. But at the bar, uh, I asked the bartender, "Oh, what you got this mongoose? Why you think we had a mongoose? No, I got to tell you. I want to hear it. Why you got that mongoose? Cobras have been known to come up in there freely in our reservations. They have been known to do that. So they kept a mongoose in the bar, especially because they say the mongoose is good at catching and killing those cobras. Um, I really didn't want to go to the room because there was no mongoose in there. I really want to leave. I really did after that. But I did not stay, but I wasn't comfortable. Um, Needless to say, I stayed near the mongoose. Sure, hey, me and him was buddies. I would have bought him a drink if I thought he would drink it. Let's get cozy up in here. You my dude. You my dude. Being silly. There was an incident in UK where the owner would leave his pet snake in the aquarium, and when he returned home from work, the snake was always in the bedroom. He was confused. I'll be confused. He waiting for dinner. He waiting for dinner. You the delivery, delivery meal. Oh my gosh, that's funny. People, it's a lot of pets I can have, but snake's not one of them. Mm-mm. I have to go holler, good people. I'll let you bay. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you spending the time before you have to leave. Thank you so much. You're welcome any old time. Come and visit us and have a good rest of the week. And be safe. Be safe. Jerome said, continuing from my previous comment, the man decided to place a camera to see how the snake was getting out of the aquarium. And he was shocked to see how the snake used his head. Ooh, top off. Ooh, ooh. Uh-huh. He should have got some big boulder like rocks, heavy rocks. Yeah, and put on that top, but I'm sure he figured it out if he's still alive. That ain't funny. Don't laugh, y'all. See you later, babe. Thank you for dropping in. Thanks, General. We got to send he is. He comes in here. He's always polite and always, you know, I don't have to, I just can't see him being disrespectful to us. But yeah, it's like, I think I think long ago, you know I will, beloved. Oh, that word again. I like it, and I will accept that flower. Thank you, babe. Um, I get now back in the day when I was little, back in the day, like that was ancient years, long, long ago. Like I'm in Star Wars or something. Um, a cousin of mine, I lived in Chicago and she lived in Indiana. They lived in, they had a pet monkey, like a spider monkey, or, well, you know, those kind of monkeys, like in the movies, they would have, uh, the, the, the guy would be, uh, it was a form of begging, I think, and he would have this little thing, turn this little box and play music, and the monkey had a little cup. So people would put animals, that kind of monkey, people would put animals, people would put money in the cup. Okay, my mouth was moving faster than my brain. But hey, Miss TR, how are you? Thank you for coming in, Miss TR. Let me tell you guys, I got a lot of energy today. Can you tell? I mean, because I've been, sometimes I come on and I'll be so sluggish. But let me tell you this. Let me get back to Miss TR. Miss TR, I hope you're well. I hope you're doing good. I've seen you over the weekend in live, so it's good to see you again. So if anybody, want to jump on and say something without without have to type everything, let me know and I'll put the link up. Um, and I was gonna say something and I forgot. I remember. The man gave the snake away without thinking twice. I know. Yeah, 'cause I didn't know. I didn't know. What you remember? What kind of snake it was? Probably one of them big ones, huh? Or see, there's no way in the world I would have, because um they could have the ability to figure out how to get out. Oh no, no, you're too smart for me. You're too smart for me. No, no. Real, I've always loved your sense of humor, but tonight you're on fire. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say, guys. I some days I'm sluggish and like the heat. It's been hot. I've not been having a lot of energy, and so Thursday when I had went out groceries or whatever, I saw this, and you guys probably know it and seen it. It's called Emergency, and it come in little package with vitamin C, and it helps with your immune system. And it has other vitamins and minerals in there. And you put it in. It depends on how much water you put it in. If you like more of the flavor, 4 ounces, 6 ounces, 8 ounces, of water, stir it up real good and drink it. Okay, what I got that, and it's for they give you 30 packets. So I said, okay, I know I'm gonna need some vitamin C. I know I'm gonna need some. So, and there's not a lot of sugar in it. So I got that. I said, this sound real safe. And I've been drinking it every day. And I have been noticing my energy level. Now I still want to go out there and get the sun for my vitamin D, and I still want to, for the days that I can't go out or whatever. Um, you know, I want to make sure I get that vitamin D. But I feel, I mean, usually when I do my housework, my energy level, a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times, okay, uh, I just don't feel like vacuuming the whole house on one, take. So one day I'll vacuum the living room. Next day I'll vacuum the family room. And each day at the most I can vacuum, the two bedrooms at one time. And then it's like, oh, it's like I don't feel like it. Honey, you should have seen me today. And the only reason why I stopped doing what I was doing because I had to go live. I try to shampoo my carpets every 2 to 3 months, you know. And so if it wasn't for me going live, I would have shampooed every carpet in the house. It's like, oh, I like this because, I'll wash my dishes every day, of course. You know what I mean? I'll tend to my dogs, but it's like, I don't feel like doing like all this work. Honey, before I go on live tomorrow, I am going to I already vacuum. I am going to clean my carpets. I noticed the difference, guys, and I don't think it's a coincidence. I don't think it's a coincidence. Hmm. God, excuse me, guys. What do you call when you don't talk right? You can't call it a typo. I'm not gonna be corny, so I'll leave that one alone. Oh, okay, a boa constrictor. That's what I was trying to think, and I said a panther. I mean, a panther, a python. Oh, my lips, my lips. It's a. That's what I was thinking about. Constrictor. Didn't know. I've always heard the word grits, but here in UK we do not what know what that is. What you don't know grits? Oh my! Show you. Maybe I'll do a tutorial of grits. It make everybody hungry. Okay, grits are made from hominy, and it's considered Southern cuisine. Oh man, my mouth. Um, most some people boil water, put the grits in, put some butter. Some people put sugar. I use salt and pepper. Some people use milk or cream instead of the water. I use water, a little water, and then I'll put cream in it. Makes it real creamy, of course. Put a little half and half in there. Butter, salt, pepper. Oh, it's so good. And and you don't want them too loose. I can't really, I can't really describe what they taste like, but they're so good. Um, and a lot of people make shrimp and grits. You know, they may add different things to the shrimp, and some people put cheese, shredded cheese in their grits, cheesy grits. I prefer my grits the way I mentioned how I make them. And then what I do is I saute some shrimp and put some Cajun seasoning, you know, Creole seasoning, sorry, on my shrimp, saute them, and then put my grits in a bowl and top it with shrimp. Ooh, that's good eating. Don't start me with some food, General. Don't start. Don't start. Yes, Miss TR. Yes. Yes. Grits. Ooh, General, you better order you some grits and then watch a tutorial how to make grits. You know you can find everything you want on YouTube. You can find you some grits, how to make them. I don't know. You guys got Amazon? I don't know. Whatever you got, eBay, Amazon, whatever you have out there. I'm sure if you have any kind of place where you can order stuff like we have Amazon, I'm sure you do be in the UK. Um, see, oatmeal. Yeah, you cook them like oatmeal. You cook them like oatmeal, and I think in a lot of countries, porridge is like oatmeal. If I had that right, but you cook them the same. Hertz is a type of hominy cornmeal that you cook like oatmeal. Huh. Okay, grits. I was gonna say not cornmeal, Miss T. Not cornmeal. I don't want that. I don't want I don't want to eat oatmeal like that. I mean cornmeal like that. I should have known I didn't read your next comment. I should have known. but yeah, but yeah. Is it gluten free? I don't think so. Is it gluten free, you guys? Okay, yeah, they got. And I wasn't. I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say that, Miss TR, because I wasn't sure. I thought, I was like 90% sure, but I didn't want to say that. Go to Amazon UK and order the grits. Yes, yes. And if you don't remember, just make a little at a time. You might be the type of person that you like it with sugar. I don't. I don't. But they're excellent. Excellent. Yeah. Order you some, and they're not. It's not expensive at all. Not at all. And it's just me, so I take my grits out of the cardboard container it comes in and put it in a plastic Tupperware type container with a good fitting lid. So yeah, it's very good. Very good. I just never thought of countries that didn't have grits. Yes, yes. Gerald says, Mr. I have food sensitivity, so I need to be cautious what I eat. Is a nightmare to be out. I can imagine. Okay, Google it. I don't think it's gluten. Uh, uh, Google it. Yeah, Google it. I'm not sure because I'm trying to think. I just don't think it's gluten free. I'm not sure. Yeah, check it out. Check it out. Yeah, so something like that. And if you don't like grits, well, I know. Okay, that's that. And then I was getting ready to say, but you can eat porridge. Is it porridge? Is it porridge like? Hold on, guys. My dog is making a noise like somebody's at the door, and I don't hear anybody knock. Um, Let me check and see what he growling about. Okay, guys, he was probably people next door or walking down in front of the house. But see, I tell you, he knows. You walk past my house, that little one. The other ones may not bark until you get to my door, but that little one, he got his senses are up there. Oh, no problem, General. It's common for us to eat it as a side dish with eggs. Right, right. Yes, TR. Yeah. Because I don't eat it. Now, sometimes I'll eat it for breakfast, my breakfast for dinner, but I don't usually have shrimp and grits that often. So that's when I make, and that's for dinner. I mean, that's for breakfast, but I also have shrimp and grits for dinner. But yeah, it's a side dish with eggs, and I throw a little sausage, or it could be turkey sausage or turkey bacon, whatever. But I'll throw some that with some eggs and a piece of toast, and that's usually my breakfast. Tr. That's usually my breakfast. Love me some grits. I love oatmeal. If I'm cutting up apples, you know, I cut up some apples and put it in my oatmeal with some cinnamon and sugar. Oh, that is so good. Okay, in the UK, we eat baked beans and eggs. And you know what? I just found that out. Was that yesterday? Yesterday. I went on the Grimmage, or something like that family. It's an interracial. She's black, and they have five kids, I think. And she had a video of them making breakfast, and she had on the table baked beans. She had scrambled eggs and two different kind of toasts, and the whole bit. It looked like she had some Canadian bacon or some bacon. It was round. Uh, and she had baked beans. And I said, huh, they eat baked beans and eggs. And she's having that. But it just sound weird to me because I might have baked beans for breakfast only because I have leftovers. Maybe if I barbecue and I want some more ribs again, you know how you have potato salads and baked beans and ribs and everything, and that is not common for me. But it's like, okay, them ribs and all them sides were so good. Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna have that for breakfast. But to have like baked beans with eggs is something that it just sounds weird to me. But yeah, I learned that just I mean, nothing wrong with it. It's just strange because when I make baked beans, I want some barbecue some kind of way. Barbecue chicken, barbecue ribs, something, pork, whatever. Something's gonna be barbecue, and that's when baked beans. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because that's how I grew up. Maybe if I grew up in the UK or lived there for a while, I'll be eating baked beans and eggs. Yep, grits comes in yellow grain and white grain. Yeah, yeah. I got the white grain. I haven't bought the yellow in a while. I just kind of look at the price and see what's good, and then I usually pick that up. But I'm sure yellow grain is good too. Miss Tiara, I was just about to ask you what the appearance of grits. Yes, it's the appearance is like. What would you say, Miss Tiara, is like? It's like it looks a lot like uh white cornmeal. A typical English breakfast would include eggs, baked beans, mushrooms. I think they did say mushrooms, and some of the kids didn't like it. I think they did. Bacon, black pudding, and tomatoes. Oh, black pudding. What's black pudding? I know they had yogurt. They had gotten the kids yogurt. Uh oh, that sounds good. What is what is black pudding? And is it simple to make? Cause see, you done gave me some ideas. You done gave me some ideas. I forgot to add hash brown. You mean, huh? Hash brown and toast. Okay. Oh yeah, we do that too. Lately, I do hash browns, but lately, uh, well, not in the last few days, but a lot of times I'll make fried potatoes. You know, I'll I'll, I'll slice my potatoes up. I'll slice them, and then I'll do it four ways. So you can cut them like French fries and chop them in half, whatever. I'll season them really good. Uh, I'll season them real good. Put salt and pepper, and I might sometimes even put the Creole seasoning, pepper. Let it cook for a while. Slice me some onions and some green pepper. And then when the fried potatoes are halfway done, then I'll put the onion and the bell pepper in there. Ooh, a lot of times I'll replace that instead of having hash browns. It is so good. Yes, what is black pudding? About that. Appearance looks like white cornmeal. Right, right, TR. Right, Miss TR. Yeah, I haven't had farina in a long time. Yeah. Or I usually just stick to oatmeal and grits. That's good eating. Uh-oh. One of two things happen. Either General is typing out high or her phone is frozen. I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google it. I want to know what this black pudding. Cause the pudding part, okay, I'm seeing that in my mind's eye. And then you say black pudding, and I'm thinking, okay, it's a dark pudding. Is it like chocolate? Is it like yeah? Is it like is it is it similar, or are you guys call it for chocolate pudding? But pudding for breakfast, I know with that because people eat yogurt. Consistency is similar. Um, I'm gonna have to make me a grocery list. Now you guys want got me wanting some pudding. And if she described what it is, my next video would be how to make black pudding. Don't be surprised, guys. Don't be surprised. That sound good, Miss TR? When we know what black pudding is, then I'll do a how to make some black pudding inspired by general systems therapy. Yes. Yes. Okay. Can you guys, let's see. Um, I was testing, okay. I was testing my audio to make sure you guys still hear me. Okay. Yeah, so, and I love to cook, guys. That's why I have another mainly with that. Just a few mukbangs. Because I find out that I will do a mukbang, but I didn't want to do it consistently because I don't want I don't like all the time for to have an audience when I eat, so I guess I shouldn't be doing those. But every now and then or whatever, if I'm comparing something, tasting it, showing you guys, okay, if you've never tried anything. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Black pudding is considered a superfood and it is made like sausage. Huh. So it's not the kind of pudding that I'm got in my mind. Huh. It's like a sausage. I just looked it up. It's a type of blood sausage. Oh, you can. Okay. Now I can kind of place it in my mind, Miss Jar, once you said blood sausage. Okay. Let's see. I can eat black pudding due to my good sensitivity, but it smells lovely. You can or you can't. Oh, you said you have that. Okay. I'm going to see if I can't make some somehow or order some from Amazon. I am willing to try things. Um, I'm a huh, type of blood sausage originated in the UK and Ireland. It is made from pork blood with pork fat or beef suet, and a cereal, usually oatmeal, oat groats or barley groats. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Now it's cooked, isn't it? I don't like my steaks red. So it's cooked, right? Because I'll cook that blood right out of there. She laughing at you, Miss Miss TR say yuck. I mean, she ain't even trying to front. She oh you can't. You can't. Okay. Um, okay. It smells lovely. So you gotta cook it. Now when you cook it, I know it's made out of blood, but when you have a steak that's got blood in it and we just cook it away, no, I don't eat nothing rare. Nothing. I'm trying to think if there's an exception, and I can't think of any exception as far as meat or sausage or bacon, whatever type of issues. I meant I can't eat it. I also meant, yeah, I got it. I got it with the hash browns, but the other statement saying you can't eat it, I wasn't sure about that. Here she go again. Here she go again. Yuck. One word sums it up for Miss TR. I'll tell you guys. Watching YouTube, you know, especially mukbangs, and people will do out of shock value, which some things I can watch And some things I have to cut that video down because people be eating all kinds of stuff. If I can cook that blood out of there, let that bad boy bake in the oven, take it and put it for a certain time, and then get a skillet and fry up some more. Make sure that blood. I can taste it, but if the blood is kind of gonna eat it like rare, I can't do that either. I'm with Miss TR. Yuck, but I could say that about steak, and I like to cook steak, but even my bacon have to be crispy because I don't want anything, and that's not a blood thing, but I don't like to eat a lot of meats. I like to fry the heck out of it. Miss TR, she said, I don't eat anything that look like you have to kill it. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. If you have to look like you got to kill it again, I'm gonna tell you the the worst thing. The thing that was hardest for me to break down and eat is escargot. It took me, I'm curious about food, and then I had the opportunity to eat it from a chef that, if anybody gonna cook that this chef on this cruise, I know he was gonna make it right. So I went on and ordered it. Now I'm gonna tell you, I didn't mind it because it was with a garlic sauce, and then it had some good bread, so you can sop that sauce. And I ate about three, but I kept getting a picture in my mind about what I was eating. And that's, if I had, she barfing, yeah. If it wasn't for me having a good imagination, because I saw them bad boys, while I was eating it, I saw them trying to crawl in my mouth. And then I figured, when it got to my stomach, they'd crawling around my stomach. And let's not even mention when it got to the intestinal tract. It just wasn't a good thought. So I had to stop. I mean, I was imagining the heck out of those snails. And I had to stop. But as far as it wasn't nasty at all, because the escargot picked up that flavor of the salt. You know what I mean? I think that's all it, you know, really, if it didn't have sauce, it would probably just taste like nothing. But um, that's what made like, oh, these aren't bad at all. After eating three, and my imagination kicked in, so that's it. Because all I told the chef, I mean the wait to eat, just just bring me one. I just want to taste it. No, he didn't do that. People that ordered the escargot, he gave me what they ordered. It was like this little disc with little holes, and then each hole had the escargot in it, in the sauce or whatever. So it was about 6 or 7, 6 to 8 of them. I can't remember. I did good by eating three. What's a what? What's the style of greens? No, I'm talking about snails. I think I know what you were talking about. Start with E. I think if you're talking to me, I think you're addressing me. Yes, yes. I see your next comment. Barf. Yes, that was a better way. And it's a better way to order it because to me it sounds weird. Give me, I'd like to order some snails, and people might do that, but it just sounds a little bit more presentable when you say escargot, same old thing. And I think I don't think you should go out in your backyard, maybe pick up you some snails and, make you some sauce and try to have escargot. I think they're raised different. I don't know that for a fact, but I would imagine their diet is different. Just don't do it, guys. Don't do it. My advice: don't get the backyard snails. Says some of these mukbang eaters are one of a kind. Yeah, they are eating everything. I've seen one eating a live baby squid. Octopus too, baby octopus. The little tentacles be squirming around while they chew. Ooh, the leg, right, while the legs were wiggling. Now that is some serious yuck. That is beyond yuck. I mean, don't even cook them. And it's supposed to, baby, in some countries, those baby octopus, that's a delicacy. Probably squid too. Uh-uh. I don't do no live thing. I just don't want to. That to me, that seems inhumane to eat it alive. Cause then they feeling all kind of way. They have, the legs is wiggling, so evidently they feel it. You chomping down on them. Oh my gosh! Let my imagination get ahead of me. Super yuck. Let's see. Let's see. I will do that first. That's not the plain yuck. That's super yuck. Germs and snails are religiously enjoy. Right, right. That's why I say, because the chef knew how to, cook all these kind of dishes from France and Mexico and Spain, and I can't if I ever taste them. This is the perfect time because before the cruise um, and then while you're in the dining room they introduce uh the chef on some cruises, so you can know who to blame, I guess. But yeah, I said okay, okay, because they'll even when they do the captain's ball, a lot of times they'll bring the chef out if I'm not mistaken again, and they will tell you what they specialize in. It's a lot of information, so I felt that was the time. That was the time. Yep, super yuck. Yeah, some things are like that. And it like it's not a lot of foods that I don't like, but sometimes, if you're gonna do that, if I come to dinner at your house and you got some exotic food, just don't tell me. Just serve it up because once I know what it is, like I said, my mind is gonna go. My mind gonna go crazy with it. My mind is gonna be out there. My imagination gonna reach the the limits of that particular animal or whatever. Now don't serve me no beetles or some kind of insect. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't chocolate coat no ants. Don't do that. Honey coat no bees. Don't do that. Tell me then. But if it's something like you can make it look like a steak or make it look like something I'm familiar, if you make it and it looks like something I'm familiar with, then don't tell me. Let me eat it. But if it's some type of rodent, ooh, now see, I told you guys my imagination. See, because some people they'll go out there in other countries, and mind you, I know the difference. They'll go out there in other countries and get them a rat, cook it up, better taste like chicken. Now we not talking out there. We not talking probably those little fruit bats trying to run up and down my neighborhood. People that got the orange trees or fruit trees or whatever, which is why I cut mine down. No, can't do that. See, because when I saw a rat for the first time up close and personal, it was in my garage. I hadn't been in my house 4 months, and I had a big, humongous orange tree, and them was not that much smaller than a grapefruit, and they were sweet and oh, it was delicious. And when I called the exterminator after I screamed, and I'm sure the whole neighborhood heard me, I called the exterminator. They came out, and I don't have that problem no more. But one of the things I had to do to make sure I didn't get, any more rats in my garage was to cut down a tree, which I did. And then while the people was cutting down a tree, my neighbor in the back said, "What you doing?" I said, "Cutting down this tree." And I told him, because, rats, "Oh, man, you had the best orange," because I can get oranges, which wasn't good as mine, on a man on the side of me. You know, I'll reach my hand over on his tree. See, but that's where the rats are going, over his side. I realize that and I know that. Long as they don't come near me now. Okay, because like I said, I was ready to call a realtor and say, put this house back on the market. I don't live with rodents, but how we got on that. I told you, my imagination. In some cultures, they enjoy eating snakes and dogs as well. Marilyn, you better have your dog. Let me cook something. Oh my God. Oh, that sparks another story. That's, that sparked another story, General. For just a little while, I think about a year, and I came back because I didn't like the city I moved to. I wanted to change, so I moved to Sacramento, a couple of doors down from my brother. So the story's not about my brother. I just threw that in there. So the people across the street from him was that kind of culture that you know eat dogs. And so anyway, I didn't have a dog, but one day I saw the lady with a knife in her hand chasing this little dog. And I was talking to my brother and I said, "What is she doing?" And she chased him with the dog, and I guess she get with the knife, and she, slow down, maybe get a little tired, because it was an older woman. She get a little tired, and the dog would look back, I kid you not, and start at her. She get her wind and start chasing him again. And I said, "What is going on with that lady? What that dog do?" And my brother said, he had to school me on it. Like, she gonna cut that dog up, and you know, she gonna have him for lunch or dinner. And I said, "No." And my brother yelled out, and I did not know he was gonna do this. He yelled out, he said, "Lady, we don't eat our pets over here. We don't eat our pets." And she looked over, and I don't know whether she understood English or not, but he was serious. "We don't eat our pets." So it's like, yeah, I know some cultures, but it looked like that dog kind of sensed, okay, that lady chasing me with a knife. I know what you up to. He looked back there like he was fussing her out, start barking. "Arr, arr, arr, arr." And I don't know what happened. I just, I don't think she ever caught him because that dog kind of figured out he better, he better leave. They grossed me out too. I saw that rat. I'm not exaggerating. That was the biggest rat I've seen in my life, including TV. Being on this rat, this in my garage. And then that's not even the tail. The tail just ran, and I said, oh, uh. I called the orchid man. He came out and mm-mm, uh. I can't do it. Can't share spaces. Rats, dogs, and cats are against the law to eat you. Oh, it is against the law. Okay, okay. Well, maybe when my brother yelled that out, this lady knew. Oh, because she looked over at the lady. We don't eat our pets over here. So, but in some places, it's common. It's common, that I think I even saw a YouTube video with this one little boy went out there. I'm not sure where he lived, but he went out there and got him a couple of rats and skinned them and gutted them and looked like chicken. So if I come over your house for dinner, don't you serve me no rat. Just saying. Okay, the same as in UK. You can't do that. Good, good. Well, they don't have to worry about me. That's a law I will never break. Boy, dog about to be cooked. He knew he was gonna be stewed. I don't have no idea how she was gonna prepare it. Don't want to know. Lizards are also eating as well. No, I pass, General. Now I know when I was in elementary school and we would play baseball and all that, it was a big old field. And a janitor would go out there and catch grasshoppers. Now he might have been kidding. He might have been kidding. You know how grown folks will tell kids stuff, and then you think for the rest of your life that oh wow he did this. Now I think now that I'm older, I think about it. You little nosy kids. Why you catching them grasshoppers? He said I eat grasshoppers. Now he might have had some kind of I don't know turtle or lizard as a pet or what have you, and they'll eat the grasshoppers. But or maybe he was telling the truth. Maybe but I always thought for the longest, oh, he ate grasshoppers. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Rumor has it that the origin of Ebola disease was due to some communities eating monkeys. I heard that too, and they call it, but don't they call it bush meat? And they still they some communities in other countries they still eat monkey. I might be mistaken, but I thought they referred to it as bush meat. They eat, they eat grasshopper in Zimbabwe. And I've never had a grasshopper or a cricket or what. I can imagine there's a lot of protein, but I'll get my protein from steak and and pork chops. Thank you. A lot of people think pork. You know, they think steak and all that. So it just depends. Yes, they call it bush meat. Okay, okay. I thought that. Like I said, YouTube teach you a lot of stuff, and I didn't think I was mistaken, but I thought that I had remembered seeing a channel where they were discussing this. And somebody it was a video, and somebody in the comments I think was saying about what you had said, General, about diseases came from the monkey. But there was a movie uh about that. um I don't even remember if it said it was based on a true story. I can't remember the name of the movie. I get my proteins with lentils and other beans. Exactly. Yes, and I love beans, so I get mine from there from beans too. But I could be a vegetarian 90% of the time, but that other 10% would want a hamburger, uh, chicken wings, um, a pork chop. I mean, I don't have to have meat every day. I don't. I can cook up some vegetables. I can have greens and cornbread and be happy. Beans on the side, yeah. But every now and then, don't you say nothing to me when I make me some hot wings, or air fry me some wings, or barbecue me some ribs, or don't you say nothing to me, cause I might say, mind your business. This is not often. I'ma do it. Got to have me some shrimp every now and then, maybe some snow crab, because I tend to like snow crab a little bit better than the king crab, the flavor of it. But yeah, don't say nothing. Just know, okay, she gonna have vegetables tomorrow, beans. Congo eat many different meats in the wild. Yeah. Now, this may sound weird, guys. I think if I went to a foreign country and we was out there and the country had wild boar, because it looks so much like a pig in that family and what have you, I think I could have me some wild boar. It's just certain things I can't eat that, maybe not may not be on the menu most places, but I think I could eat I don't know if I could eat kangaroo. They so cute. I don't know. I'd have to be real hungry. Yes, Miss Tiara, I've heard that as well about the Congo nationals. Yeah, you get a lot of the wild things out there. Now, I don't even want to eat Bambi. People eat deer, they do all. I don't think I can't eat Bambi. They too cute. I've had rabbit before as a kid. Tastes like chicken. In the Congo, many monkeys are experimented on for diseases, and when you eat it, you also contaminated your body. Exactly, here, because they imagine they experiment on them. Do they let them go then afterwards? And so somebody catch them for bush meat, and then they consume that disease. Yeah, that's yeah. That's something to think about. Well, I'm not gonna think about it because I ain't eating nobody monkey. Don't you slip it on me if I come to dinner. Nobody. I better take back that statement about don't tell me. Cause they could make a monkey probably look like a T-bone, or not a T-bone, but a sirloin steak or New York cut or whatever. They can just grind it up and make it look like a hamburger. So never mind, scratch that, guys. Tell me, here looks like stew meat and very good. Is it? Uh, I can't eat Bambi. Um, is it is it gamey tasting? Cause some people eat buffalo. Now I did have a buffalo burger, but I can't remember how it tastes. It had a different taste. That's all I remember. I do remember that I didn't particularly I ate it, but I didn't particularly, want it again. And so I've tasted it though. I've also come across people from some community who eat a lot of exotic animals have a distinct. Do they? You can smell it, huh? Yeah, because you are what you eat, they say. So if you eating something that's absorbing that animal. Uh, I guess if you're hungry though, you might eat a lot of things. Hey Charles, what's up? Thank you for coming in. Sorry I didn't see you. I'm trying to do it this way so I can make sure I see all the comments so I don't pass you by. But thank you and welcome. Come in. Right now, we've been on a couple of different topics. Right now, we just talking about strange food people eat, you know. and what we have tried, what we won't eat. Australians eat a lot of kangaroo and alligator meat. Now, I'll tell you one thing, General. I have eaten alligator meat, and there's a lot of animals I feel sorry, like I can't eat that, but I will tear me some alligator up. Do I feel sorry for an alligator? Yes, they are. They are living creatures. Um, you know, but sorry, not sorry. I don't feel bad. I'll tear it up and then wear the shoes and get a purse. Hey, fill my stomach up and get dressed. So I will eat again. I don't know. I'd have to be super duper hungry, and that was all. And I'm sorry, Rue. I have to eat you, but it's not something I will purposely order. I will purposely order alligator. And what I like with alligator is, what was that? They used to saute it at this place I used to go to, and they had alligator. I tore that alligator up, and I think they made a cucumber salad, something. It was good. It was good while it was warm, and when it got cold, it got a little chewy. Because I think you got to cook it a certain way. But I liked alligator. I like alligator. Okay. Deer meat looks like goat meat. I love curry. Never tasted it. TR, I heard goat is delicious. What it tastes like? What does goat taste like? Does it taste like you got a steak or something? It looks like dope. Um, I would have to have it another way because for some reason curry just don't the seasonings that they make to make curry, it just don't agree with me. So, what other way would you make goat blackened goat or whatever? Do they do that? Um, like I said, I heard it's delicious. Never had goat though. Could I eat a goat? I could only eat a goat, I think, if you didn't show me the goat you were gonna slaughter. Just like I don't think I could eat the pig or the other things, that I eat. I don't think I could see that pig and then you slaughter it, cook it up. I don't think I could do it. I did. I told that out just like the alligator. I don't feel sorry. Alligators be tearing people up. It's they meal. I eat you up too. Yeah. I just don't feel sorry for alligator. Some animals I say, oh man, I should be a vegetarian because I don't like this. I don't like how this came about. Then on my to the grocery stores and then on my plate. If I think hard enough, that make me go vegetarian. But I don't have no feelings for no alligator. Not even. I know that sounds mean, but I don't. My parents are from the island and they cook goat. Um, do they make it goat curry or what other ways can you cook goat? Because I don't know anywhere to even buy goat. Where do you buy goat in the states? You can get it off of eBay or Amazon. Where would you even buy? I know it's not at the farmers market. Um, it looked like beef, huh? Yeah, but I know maybe in the islands, people had a hey Angel, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much. Join in on the discussion. We just talking about strange foods now, or different foods than what we in the states maybe are not familiar with, or maybe some coming from other cultures, maybe they are familiar. But a lot of things we're talking about, I'm not familiar with it. But I sure would like to try some goat because I heard that is delicious. Marilyn says she don't feel so right for alligators. No, I don't. I don't feel a thing. I don't feel a thing. Like I said, save the skin so I can make me some shoes and a purse where I eat them up. Now, one YouTube creator, content creator, oh man, she had a baby alligator. I'm not sure how she cooked it up. She didn't cook it. No, she didn't cook it. She got it from a company. and it wasn't cheap. And she was eating that alligator. I can remember her name. I watch a lot of channels, support them as far as subscribing, but I watch, things that come in my recommendations sometimes. If I'm looking at a mukbanger, then somebody come up with something weird like that. I think she got a lot of views. I probably go back and she probably got more than 1 million views. But she bought it from this company that cook up some alligators, and I think and it had the head on, and it had an apple or onion or something in the mouth. And I said, so she started, and she dug into it. Um, but it just looked strange with the whole alligator. Because when I got alligator, it was cut up or whatever, and you couldn't tell it was what it was. You couldn't tell it was an alligator, or whatever. And that's the way I like to eat it. I probably wouldn't feel sorry anyway. I probably could dig into that whole alligator, just stab him with pasta. But yeah, she had ordered a baby alligator, and she ate a lot of it. And when she pulled the meat, it looked like the white meat of the chicken. She said it was good. She was tearing it up. So yeah, everything's on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube. Being Marilyn Gale, I have put 2 eye drops in my eyes so I can't see. I can't see the type. Okay, okay. I know you here. I know you here. Thank you for being here. You can get it at any butcher. Can you get alligator from a butcher? Oh, you talking about goat? You talking about goat? What are we talking? What can I get? I'm behind on the conversation, so I'm not sure, Miss Tr. Just put a G for goat, so you don't have to do a lot of just fill around and put the first letter instead of trying to type it all out. Roland, what if you got up tomorrow and there was an alligator waiting to eat you? Like that snake. I'd sick my dog on it. They eat my dog. So, yeah, oh my gosh. I would probably tell them no more alligators for me. But I haven't had alligator in a while. I have not been to a restaurant uh, that served it. When I would eat it, I went to this restaurant that had a Creole cuisine, and I had not tried it, and so I wanted to try it, and I did, and I tore that alligator up. So I would just beg for his forgiveness or her forgiveness, and lie and say, I think of somebody I didn't care for, and say, you know what, they told me to do it. I'll take you over to their house. You can eat them instead. I'm just kidding. Just being silly. I told you I have a lot of energy today. Goat, you can get it. Oh, goat. Okay. You can get it. Any butcher is a very common meat now. Yeah. I guess so, because there's a lot of people from the islands here. You know, they have their little, wherever you go, whatever state you go, or most states, they have a little community, with people who, have Asian community, whatever, community where the people from the Caribbean. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that. Um, I'm gonna have to try that. I'm curious now. I'm gonna have to try some goat, but I want other ways besides because like I said, the spices in that sauce, it don't like me. Everybody's just welcome. Thank you. Me too, General. Now that's one thing all of us can talk about different, types of food, you know, and that's what we all have it. We all got to eat, and we all don't eat the same things. So just talking about different types of cultures, different cultures that have their foods. Our culture have our foods, but you know what? I can experiment with a lot of things. Like I said, just don't show me the animal that you're going to cut up. Don't do that. Don't do that. I suppose you can cook goat like anything else. I guess so, huh? Barbecue goat with some slap some what's that, sweet sugar ray, sweet sugar something. Barbara, you know what I'm talking about. Every time I say the word of that barbecue, it reminds me of that movie, Harlem Nights. Richard Pryor was Sugar Ray. Ooh, Sugar Ray. You guys seen that movie? That's good. That's another movie, General. If you haven't seen, uh, uh, it would be good to watch it on something that don't cut their movie for commercials, because they cut a lot of good parts out. But if you haven't seen Harlem Nights, that's funny. You would enjoy that. But yeah, I guess you could. But the way you do it is curry. Because I had curry before and I liked the flavor. Don't get me wrong. But afterwards, it didn't do right by me. It was plain right disrespectful what that curry, what them spices did to me. It was disrespectful. There are some tribes that eat human beings. Oh, a BBC journalist was eating a few. I bet you that didn't taste like chicken. Oh my gosh. Mm-mm-mm. I'm just, see, my imagination, if I think about that, just like that guy that went to prison. Remember him? Jeffrey Dahmer or something like that? Dahmer or something like that? That nut, he was eating, he was eating men, and he would kill them, and he put them in certain parts in the jar. He was eating them, and I remember one of the guys got loose, little Asian guy, I don't know from what country, got loose. He couldn't speak any English or not very much. And I don't know whether the police, he was trying to tell the police and he couldn't speak English. And Jeffrey Dahmer came up there and told the police that that was his partner, uh, and they just had a disagreement. I'll call him down, calm him down, and the police left. But the Asian man, and I hate to keep saying that, but I don't remember his name. But the guy saw what was going on and ran away. And then afterwards, they figured out what was going on. I mean, can you imagine how that guy felt, and he'd see a police or see someone and try to tell them, but you can't speak the language. Oh my gosh, yeah, I heard of that, the cannibals, I heard of that. But see, that's why I couldn't really be no journalist that's going all across the world to get something for a documentary story, what have you, because you don't know what you might come across in those remote parts uh, of the world. You looked at like you dinner. They're not trying to befriend you. You dinner. Don't be going over there acting like you going, convert them to your religion. A lot of times, it can be a good thing and it can turn out so bad if you go over there not realizing you didn't went someplace where they be eating folks. That ain't cool. You got to know where you're going. Make sure you know that customs. So if you go over there and you realize it's their custom to be eating folks, and you go anyway, hmm, you just looked at like a Happy Meal. Ooh, I shouldn't have said that, huh? Okay, we'll have to see that movie. Yeah, it's good. It's a good movie. It's funny. It's funny. It's silly at times, but sometimes things are so silly that have you laughing. If you want a good laugh, that's a good movie, General. With Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy, Della Reese, who else? Charlie Murphy, rest in peace. Who else, guys? Layla Rashawn. Her name is Sunshine. It is very disturbing to know that there are people in this world eating other. Yeah, I try not to think about it, but you know, and sometimes when I'm nervous, I make a joke out of things, but that is disturbing. And that's why I will not be booking a flight to anywhere close to that. But like Jeffrey Dahmer, you didn't you didn't have to take no flight. He had, oh gosh, he had killed, and it was men. He it was to my understanding, I can't think of hearing it was a woman. He was doing that to men because I'm not sure whether he was homosexual or not, but that's what whether he was gay or not, but that's what he was putting, making the guys believe. So I'm not sure what his sexual preference was, but that's how he got his victims. That's why how he lured them to his house. It must have been very frustrating that man not being able to. I know, I know, and how he must have felt when whoever he, and I think it was a policeman, when they left, and you could tell, because the way it was described, he was a small man in stature. So Jeffrey Dahmer could overpower him. They say crazy people is strong, and I don't usually refer to people as crazy. I would say mental health issues or something like that. But I will call Jeffrey Dahmer crazy because that wasn't his custom, but he had, I think he explained it where if he ate those guys, it was like putting a part, he felt like they were a part of him or something crazy. So I don't know. Yeah, you like comedies? I do too. I do too. And sometimes I'll watch a good comedy. I'll keep it in my DVR save movie selection and watch it again. I can enjoy a movie if it's a good comedy. I can enjoy that, and then if I don't watch it in a while, it makes me laugh again. You know, if it makes me really laugh, yeah, yeah. He was I forget what state. Yeah, he was from America. That's why I say some people you don't have to go to no remote part of the world. You can come to the United States and find every bit of nut you want to find. So you know, but if it's their culture and it is not something I would do, and it's not anything I would condone, but how do you convince somebody from another country grew up that way? That's what they know. I mean, It's not a good thing as far as where what I would do or wouldn't do, but how would you convince someone that, especially, you may not make it out there alive, you know? Yes, they are strong. I don't know. Um, like I said, I don't call mental illness, I don't like to refer, but what Jeffrey did was crazy, you know. He was crazy, you know. Your daddy didn't teach you to do that. That was like, to me, that was demonic. I mean, let me put it this way: I don't guess his mom and daddy taught him that. I wouldn't imagine that never came out as far as him, you know, telling how he grew up, and I don't remember ever hearing that. So yeah. But listen, guys, thank you so much for coming in and supporting me with this live. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you, as always, General, for being an excellent, excellent mod, as always. And, it's just nice for you to come in and just spend this time with me. Thank you, Miss TR. Thank you, as always. You always have a wealth of information. You and General, you know, uh, uh, explaining things. You're very good at explaining things. Thank you, Angel. I'm gonna shout everybody out. Thank you, Angel, for coming in, being a part of the live. Liked your new apartment, Angel. Liked your new apartment. Who else came in? Deborah came in. Charles came in. La Famille Charles came in. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Who else? Just going over the chat. I know that's more. Bay. I can't pronounce the first part. Bay came in. Uh, Deborah most mentioned her. Okay. Do you ever, before I go, General, let me ask you this. Do you ever think that you might want to, or, because I know you got a very um, uh, trying sometimes job, fulfilling job, but can be hectic job, do you ever think you would make content? And that, it is not a requirement for you to, because we need people who have the time to support and just don't have the time or whatever else, to be content. But I was just wondering. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And like I said, sometimes I'll laugh off something it's a nervous laugh, just, cannibalism. If I laugh on certain parts, excuse me, I don't mean to be mean, but that is just something that is hard for me to fathom. Just one human being eating another. But like I say, people, you grow up there in the remote part of the country, and you don't see the wrong in it because you was born, with that. Eurydice, thank you for coming in. I was just gonna end it. Thank you, Eurydice, for just coming in and saying hello. Thank you so much. I know it's some lives going on right now, and a lot of people will replay partly, but I just appreciate you coming in. How are you doing? I hope you're being safe. I hope you had a good time this weekend. I prefer to support for the time being. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. No rude to it, because sometimes I get to the point where I'm just gonna support people, because YouTube can be a booger bear. I mean, it can be a booger, and you have to have tough skin, and I know you do, But sometimes you look at it and say, you know what, this ain't worth it. And then, when you take a few days, you figure, okay, okay, I'll go back. And I think that's what's needed a lot of times, General. Sometimes you just have to take a few days and get away from it. And if you feel like, okay, today I just can't do it, I got this to do, and you just feel overwhelmed with your projects and things. And so I feel like when that's the case, you probably shouldn't go on because your mind will drift. But I was so much full of energy today, and I'm telling you, I do not think that emergency was by coincidence. Um, I think that helped a lot. You're welcome. Doing my best to stay safe. Good, good. I'm glad. Yeah, all of you guys, stay safe. I'm going to end this live right now. Um, have a great, great week, and I will see you again. I come on every day at 4. And if uh, I don't plan to be on, look at my community tab. If it's 4 o'clock, you don't see me, look at my community tab, and there'll be a post. And if you don't see a post, I'm probably just late. But I try to do a post. When we giggle, it is not in a bad way. It is that acceptable nervous giggle, right, General? Yeah, sometimes I'll do that, and I know people like that. So if they laugh off of something that's inappropriate, I see why they're doing that. Yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you so much, and I'm gonna end it right now. I said that 3 times, so that's three's a charm. Good night, everyone.